Yeah.
Because it was gray a second ago.
The path, the blue path means the active path. It's kind of like, think of navigate on autopilot. That blue line is like the direction of the expected travel.
So it projects quite far.
Yeah, that's just showing you the path. When it's gray, that means it's not going to move. But when it turns blue, that means it's going to drive. So like when you're at a light and the light's red, the path will be, you can see the dots, but it'll be gray because it's not actually actively driving.
This is so much of a better view than I would say in like maybe an X or S because it's huge.
The screen, yeah. Because they have it up here.
Yeah.
So this is your first time seeing the 3?
I've never seen the 3 in person.
Yeah. It's very different.
Yeah.
And you know, you have a performance model, which is awesome, but the subtle adjustments that we're experiencing, they're pretty aggressive.
Pronounced. Well, with the bigger wheels.
Yeah, it's bigger wheels, harder suspension. You know, it's much more firm suspension.
I kind of like how that went kind of wide on that.
It did, because that's one complaint I've been having for a lot now, is like it's taking turns way too tight.
This is when I would have kind of sweat back there with it, like.
Yeah. So see, you're experiencing this. Like I've been doing this for over a month now with the software, and so I'm used to it getting close. It's not going to hit anything. It just sometimes feels like it's going to.
It's just to not know what it's going to do, and then being that close.
The unexpected, yeah. So, like that intersection right there. See, I wouldn't have gone. You feel the acceleration?
Yeah.
I would not have accelerated so quickly out here, like with a car like that. I would have just been a little bit more cautious.
That's pretty typical for autopilot, right?
Well, it's been hit or miss. On my street, it'll actually slow down when there's a lot of cars parked. See how it slowed? That's not because of the intersection. That was because all these cars parked.
Interesting.
So I want it. So this is going to be unprotected turn. I want it to say creeping for visibility, not pull out. You see how it was pulling out? And no turn signal.
Oh, that's new then, because it was doing over turn signals before.
Oh, maybe it was because we were going to go straight and I didn't notice it. Maybe that was my bad.
I'm not sure.
Well, let's let it go.
So this is what makes me.
Yeah. See how it's centering? So I've pointed it out so many times. It's centering from the road edge to the line. It's trying to get the car actually here. But what it's doing is it's kind of bouncing off of all the parked cars. They really need to fix this.
So it's like for the red line is what it's trying to do or something?
Yeah. Red line to the center line here.
Interesting.
See how close?
Yeah. That actually was better than what I've seen in the past.
Oh, it's better than what I've experienced too. But see, like that turn, like it went all the way up to the set speed, the speed limit.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have accelerated so quickly. And now maybe we're experiencing that because we're in a performance model. It's a lot more aggressive for us.
And I don't know how good it is about knowing like step 2, step 3, there's a stop sign coming up, therefore you don't need to go gung-ho forward.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll get better at that projection.
It's going to get better because I can't figure it out personally. Like sometimes it'll go slow, and I think because it's not very aware of what's happening.
That was one question I had of does it drive like chill mode, or it just does whatever it wants?
It doesn't drive like chill mode, that's for sure. Like I'm in chill mode almost 100% of the time.
Oh yeah, it actually says chill. Interesting.
You don't leave yours in chill mode?
I never turn on chill mode. I mean, I can drive gently.
Definitely performance driver here. I'm like a chill performance driver.
Well, I mean, I drive pretty chill. It's just I need to be ready for red lights and stop signs.
True. Yeah, your tires look great.
Oh, this got a lot smaller too. I thought that was all the way across before.
No. So in non-expanded view.
Oh.
Expanded view.
So they just have to make it dynamic.
Yeah. But see, this is the placement I was talking about that really drives me crazy.
Oh, that's a lot better than autopilot. It accelerated almost immediately after it passed.
You can see the code differences with autopilot and FSD code because FSD code will center itself between the cars and a turning car. Autopilot code would just stop. Like, just stop.
This is probably pretty human here.
It is. And this is the same route I test pretty much all the time, going around these curves. And last night it worked on my second go around. The first 3 betas, it would always turn. I don't know what that was for. First 3 betas would turn into this lane over here, the parking lane.
That's what I was going to ask for, that parking lane back there. I don't know if it was that one, but I'd seen in your video the car was actually driving through that before.
That was this.
But now it saw that there's a white line there.
Yeah. Now it did always see the white line, but it would always drive into it. Last night it was driving with 0.3. It was driving into that lane.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
0.4 drove into the correct lane. So
this is the same issue too as yesterday, where, or always it's in this lane but it's turning right.
Yep.
And then it doesn't always choose the correct one.
Yep. Yeah. And again, it said stopped at traffic light, press the accelerator, continue, and it. That was fast, you guys. You know. See, at least I have another passenger that has never experienced this. To like
independent opinion.
Yeah, it's not just me being over dramatic. Like it really accelerates hard.
Definitely a performance feel.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that turn because it took it gently, because maybe it couldn't tell if there was a slope or not. If there was a slope, that would have been perfect. There was no slope though, so you could have gone faster. But
yeah. Do you see how the braking and the
maybe that's most efficient. You get all the regen at once.
See the yellow line here and the yellow line. This is all one way.
So is that all guessing, do you think, or is it vision?
So, my theory now, I thought it was map data. Now I actually believe that Tesla software is just written to say any road, regardless of whatever condition is, it's gonna treat every road as 2 directions until vision says otherwise. I think that's what's happening, because as you approach, then you see the lines flicker white once the camera starts seeing the color.
And you can't see a lot of these lines on the camera. Like, it's very detailed in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that yellow is perfect. But
that's perfect. I mean, that's actually where the yellow line is. But I think that's what's happening with my conditions I'm seeing with lane change maneuvers. See, the stoplight detection works great for me. I don't have any issues with it.
You've trained it over here. I think it was Earl who's like, it didn't avoid the leaf pile or something. It like kind of drove.
Oh, really?
Towards it, and I think he disengaged. Or something.
See the green dots?
Yeah, it sees it here.
Yeah, I've not had any problems with that.
Waiting for our turn. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now that would be for your creeping what you'd want.
See, like, exactly, and that's why I keep bringing it up, because like
even the same message.
Something. Just give us, as the driver and passengers, a little more reassurance of what the car's trying to do. You remember all the roundabouts. This is the same one that it's always struggled with, but the last.
That's a pretty aggressive finish, but it did it actually in the center.
It's working. It didn't work for 3 or 4 betas before, so.
And the pathing was good too.
Yep.
Performance turn.
Yeah. Performance turn.
That's what we can call it.
Yeah. Now, last night.
That's a little early.
Yeah, and it pulled out in front of a car last night. And it was tight. But I mean, it's working.
Yeah.
You know, it's
navigating that.
It's navigating it fine. So here is where you can see how it's picking up those leaves.
Oh,
see what's happening?
Oh, the curb is moving too.
Oh yeah, it's rough.
Oh, that's the leaves you said?
See the leaves? And sometimes you'll see yellow flicker here. It's super hard to see on the screen. But see, here's the yellow line, but there's no painted line back there.
Well, that was weird because for like a split second, the whole curb actually moved over.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I didn't notice it.
Like before the cars even. Just for a second.
Oh.
So maybe it's not able to figure out where the curb is.
See, that's why we have people with us, you know?
Okay, that was a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because I thought your wheels were getting really close.
No.
I'm like dying and watching the video.
No, I'm not, it's like I'm intervening on stuff it's just too close for me. But it's just the behavior of the driving dynamics that need to be adjusted, like all that swerving. When you're in a performance model, you just feel everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's different when you have air suspension, or you have 18-inch wheels. Like these are 20s, low profile, and you feel every little adjustment on the car. Like, you can just feel it, and especially when you have people in here, you can feel it. There's more weight.
It's uneasy.
Yeah, it really is.
Like you would spill your coffee if it was full.
Oh yeah, you heard all the stuff flying back here, and that was like these big containers.
I'm just thinking, if you have a robo-taxi, people might bring drinks in your car or something.
Yeah, but you know, that's the thing that people need to understand. This is not the software that people are going to get.
I see that
Oh,
red
yeah.
is moving.
Oh, I didn't even know. I've been too much paying attention to this. Yeah.
It's almost like the curve is in the vehicles.
Is that what's happening?
In the visualization. See, the vehicle is literally on top of the curve.
Yeah, you can give your commentary, because I'm not really, when it's doing these maneuvers, I'm not looking down at the screen. I'm like making sure we're not going to hit anything. And
okay, there's a leaf pile. That it almost.
Oh. It's not hitting.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit anything. That's the thing. Like, it's not hitting. It's just doing some weird stuff. Like, oh, you saw that?
Pretty fast acceleration.
Yeah, no, that was blind. There was a truck there. It should not have just gunned it out into the intersection, so that's why we did that little intervention there. Like,
it would be nice if it, like you said, if it kind of told you waiting for our turn, and then we don't see any cars, so we're going, something like that.
Exactly. Tell us what's happening, because, like, you see it pulled out.
Well,
you see this? Look, we're in the middle of an intersection.
It is clear now. It blocked the whole way.
Yeah, let's pull out
It
and
made
just,
sure it was clear.
in case you get hit, we'll tell you now.
The
Like,
cameras
I don't
will
know.
definitely see it coming.
Yeah.
That's a little weird, but
It is. Now, the cross traffic does not stop here.
oh,
So I'm always super cautious here and just looking for cars, because
it saw some movement.
I think it's waiting for the pedestrian here.
Oh,
Yeah, I was waiting for the pedestrian to cross, which has worked perfectly. But it's not smooth.
to say the
Clearly.
least.
It's cool because now you can see us all moving around. So it's avoiding this guy here with...
Is it?
No, it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the pathing is
Whoa.
a little dramatic.
Yeah, that was too far. So we're definitely going to intervene on that one, because it kind of went way out into the other lane here, as you guys saw that.
It wasn't that big.
No, it wasn't that big. So that was a little too excessive.
The right idea, but the wrong execution.
So my theory behind that is maybe there's, because I know that the vision does direction. Okay, please stop for this baby, please. Just please stop.
It did say stop for cross traffic, but it didn't say pedestrian.
My foot is right on that brake pedal just in case. Like, that would be the worst time ever. Oh.
I don't think that's how people try.
It's not. There, it flickered. The whole screen just flickered and all the objects disappeared.
Oh.
See how the objects are disappearing and flickering?
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And we're quite a ways, like, far from the crosswalk, which a lot of people would go right up next to it.
This is so strange. So this is my first daytime drive with the new software build, and it's reverting back. Oh, look at all the objects just appeared. It's reverting back to old behavior patterns that were not existing with the last build I was having. It was going right up to every stoplight in the last build. Now
Maybe,
this build, we're noticing it's going out further.
I mean, I could actually, I know it's
Well,
not
now
what
it
people
did.
do.
Now it went to the line.
Yeah, that was better.
Mm-hmm.
I could actually see, due to where the cameras are, like, being further back is actually better for a camera view. Once you're
For
up
the
there, you
front.
can't see the sides
Yeah.
as well.
But at least you have this. See where our
yeah.
head is? It's actually right behind us
Oh, that's true, actually.
for the side views. So I would like it to creep up. See the yellow?
Oh, jeez, yeah.
See it flickering around?
That's...
I think it's assuming every lane is bi-direction, and that's why it always pushes us in the right-hand lane. We could be in the left because we're going to be making a left-hand turn.
Oh, now it's even flickering yellow on the left side.
Yep.
And there's no yellow anywhere on this road.
Yep.
maybe it's a lighting issue, or the leaves look yellow or something.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I think they're erring on the side of caution and just assuming every road is 2 directions.
Well, that should prove that it's not, unless that car is an illegal driver.
Right? So I think that's why I've been having some really strange lane issues where it would go to make a lane change and then swerve back.
A person somewhere?
I don't know, it's a building. Yeah, and they moved the wiper button. There's an actual physical button for wipers now. Instead of going into that swipe control, now there's a physical button for wipers, which is cool.
I think people would expect that.
Yeah, it's really nice because, you know, on yours you have to swipe, right, to get to the wipers.
Yeah. I usually forget how to get to it, so I just push the wiper button manually, and then it brings it up.
Yeah. So that's what I was talking about, where it would switch orange.
Look at the wheel.
I know. I know, it's wild.
It's like we're doing a 360.
It's wild. I think it thought the bus was stopping and it was going to attempt to go around it because I saw it flicker orange. Then it went back to green and it went back behind the bus.
So orange means I'm probably going to pass it?
Yeah, so orange, what I'm guessing is orange is a car that is stopped for some reason and you're no longer tracking. So I've seen that happen with parked cars. It'll detect a parked car as a stopped car, like in traffic. See? Wow. See that?
Oh yeah, that was not
And then all the
correct.
objects disappeared. See? Orange.
So, oh, it's pathing
It's
around.
trying to go around this bus because it's like, oh, bus is going too slow. Let me go around it. But it started turning into these cars.
And I wonder if it's because, is it because we have a left turn in like a mile, but that's a long ways away.
No, I think it's just because it's detecting the bus and it's like, oh, let's go around it. It's going too slow. This is the first time I've actually been behind a bus that I could test this. I've actually not driven behind a bus yet with any of these builds.
Yeah, I don't think that would have ended well if you didn't intervene.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna let my car do anything anything crazy. So that's why you're seeing me kind of intervene on these strange situations. Intervening and reporting, you know, I'm doing everything I can to get the data. At least you guys can see what's happening here. I'm trying to, you know, pay attention. And then usually when I do the editing is when I see this stuff.
Yeah, for a second the line turned to like a gray, and now it's back to blue. The path.
Yeah, that means it's stopped going or not going. So when it's blue, that means it's gonna drive. When it's gray, that means it's stopping.
Oh.
That's the expected path, but gray means it's not gonna be driving. And once the light turns green, it'll turn blue again.
And now it's not doing that same behavior, so...
Because it knows that's the object it's tracking, it's green. But when it turns orange, it's like, oh, this is stopped traffic for some reason, let me go around it. And that's when you see it switch orange.
I wonder what that logic is, to switch it to orange.
I think what it is like an object you're tracking stops for some reason and all the other objects are moving normally, then it's gonna go around it. Like maybe the car stopped for some reason, then it was like, oh, let me go around it. I think that's what the orange means. It's probably gonna hit orange right here because it's, I don't know.
Because I think the most famous video that I'd seen was with Kim passing that delivery truck or something.
Oh yeah,
like a really tight street.
Mine does it all the time. So like, I see delivery trucks, all kinds of stuff. There was a delivery truck and an SUV that crossed over to avoid a bicyclist, and my car centered itself between the delivery truck that was popped out and the SUV that crossed over the line. It centered itself perfectly. I was like, okay, cool.
I mean, you would think the car has the capability to do that more precisely than humans could.
Yeah, it does. It worked perfect because it knows the exact distance. Yeah, see, I don't like that it does this.
You would think, since you get this debug view, maybe they could show a few more things like acceleration or deceleration rate. Like if you saw that that was a hard stop, maybe that would help.
I know, and it's so hard to convey that to people watching this stuff because, like, you hear me making sound effects because the car is like, sometimes it aggressively brakes or accelerates a little bit too much in my mind. Like, I'm usually really gentle on the deceleration. I'm usually lifting up and letting it just coast down and stop. I don't brake. I literally don't hit the brake pedal normally in my day-to-day driving.
This could be interesting if this truck is going to
Oh yeah, this is going to be really cool because the lane is merging. Then you have this guy pulling out into the street with a backhoe.
That's good testing.
This is great. Yeah, see, now it's showing all the red dots like it can't drive over there, which is good.
It's respecting the signal. Oh wow, the path really just changed.
There's no car there. Now there's a car there, so I'm... Yeah, there's a car there now, so I'm just gonna...
Yeah, it was quite a drastic turn.
Yeah, it is, and she's looking over at us.
Getting a dirty look.
Yeah,
It's the computer.
I know. So,
Now
it's
the
not...
path looks good though.
It's still popping out here. Yeah, now it's okay, but...
Oh, this is crazy.
A lot going on. Yep, because they have to merge over. So that was kind of like a rude move on the car's part. Should have moved over to let that car in.
I remember this from the videos.
Yeah, yeah, it's not had a problem here at all. Gosh, that car's probably pissed at us. They were like waving their arms around because we didn't let them through.
Yeah, the car does not understand driving etiquette.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh, look, that car's driving the wrong way.
Okay, that has to be confusing.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I don't know what's going on. See, this is why I don't do a lot of daytime driving because there's so much stuff going on. That car is going the wrong way. We need to move over. Cars aren't letting us in because the car's really hesitating to get into the left-hand turn lane. See that?
We still have a chance. Yep.
It's rough, but it worked.
I think that's what I would expect though, because like it's not going to be aggressive and cut people off just for safety.
That wasn't good. See, this is what I was talking about. See how it's turning yellow? You saw that?
Yeah, they were both yellow.
That's why it keeps pushing us over here. That's why it keeps pushing over to the right.
I wonder if they can improve that detection, because it's clearly not yellow.
Rough, right?
It literally wants to turn into nothing.
Yeah.
And it's even signaling that it wants to.
So my guess is that because we have the route set over to the museum over here, that's why it keeps wanting to stay right. Wow.
That's a little close.
It's really close.
When your car beeped at you.
Yep.
It didn't respect its own beep.
Yeah, that was the ultrasonic beep, not the autopilot beep, everyone. Just so you know.
Okay, I think it's...
See how much crazy stuff's going on here? And I'm really putting my car into these very unique scenarios here. See the road?
Oh yeah, this is a double line.
See how difficult this is to see? Like, we're not driving in the correct area right now. I mean, even me as a driver, this is hard to know like what to do. I don't fault the car in this because this is Sacramento.
Yeah, this is a weird...
This is really, really bad. Oh man. This is exactly the struggle I had because they put all these temporary reflectors. And
well, that road had a right turn as well in our lane, which was a straight lane.
Right.
So that's confusing.
Yeah. It's even confusing for us as drivers, you know? Like, I think if the car's not sure about it, it shouldn't even be attempting. I really don't know how they would apply that. Like, I would assume hand control back over to the driver if it's not sure about something.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty rough.
And we've seen in a few cases it's asked you to confirm its signals. So therefore we know that you can give it back to the driver.
Yeah. There definitely needs some control needs to be handed back over to people. You see how it was like recentering itself? Did you feel that?
Afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Once we passed those cars.
Mm-hmm. So like there's little pieces that pop out and the car is centering when it sees it jut out like that. It centers between here and here.
Oh yeah, the car is inside of the curb up ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, but on this side it's on the correct side. The curb is...
What's it waiting for?
Pedestrian maybe? Oh, we're not turning up.
I actually had to tap the accelerator for that. It wasn't going for some reason.
This should be interesting.
Oh yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Oh my gosh.
This is not gonna work.
We have a
Yeah.
pedestrian too.
Yeah, I already know this isn't gonna work because it's not worked here at all. And now with this temporary stuff in the road, oh man.
Okay, this is like a pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, like this is how it is for me. Every time I do drives through town, it's different every day. You know, there's people holding up signs, scooters.
Going through red lights.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, here's the leaf pile.
I've never had mine drive through a leaf pile before.
It was close, but I don't think it hit it.
No, it didn't. It didn't hit it.
It didn't wait for that person, but they were just kind of standing.
Yeah. So I've seen it happen where, see the left turn signal, randomly.
And then I slam on the brake.
This
See,
is
now,
the same intersection.
Humans
sun,
would
sun.
do this, I would say. They would slam on the brakes if they're going to race those other drivers to cut them off. So let's see what the car does.
Someone actually mentioned they're like, the Tesla engineers must be playing jokes on you because like the fact that my turn signal was on for like a mile straight, you know, they were like, maybe someone at Tesla's playing jokes on you. I'm like, I don't know.
It's a test.
Yeah, it's a test. Maybe this is a Neuralink beta test phase.
It's psychological.
Yeah, it's psychological. Maybe they're like, okay, these candidates are good for, these people have anxiety. Let's put Neuralink in them to see how it improves. And then we can tie it to their driving patterns.
Well, we were joking online that the phantom braking that everyone says.
I don't have that.
Maybe that's just a test by Tesla to see, are you paying attention? It's like a feature to wake you up.
Yeah. I can honestly say I do not have phantom braking. See the left turn signal?
Oh yeah, that's weird. And we're turning right up at it, not left.
Yeah, and I'm canceling it.
Maybe it thinks we're in a parking lane because we almost are.
This is crazy.
So it thinks that's a lane, probably, right? That's why
I don't know what it's doing.
Oh no, it's the left side.
I don't know why it keeps doing this because it's.
That'll confuse people.
Yeah.
You're fighting with the car.
Yeah, this is what was happening the other night. And it's funny because we don't make a left-hand turn. We're making a right-hand turn up here.
Yeah.
Which I can't do because it's a... This is what happened to me recently. I've had it overheat before with using the battery. Have you been having overheating issues with yours?
I haven't yet. I know I saw your video where you mentioned that, but
yeah, it hasn't been overheating for me. This is the first time it's overheated since I reset it.
But I haven't turned on a lot of settings like you. I did a few videos and a few time lapses and time warps, but
watch, it's gonna swerve. Yeah. So see the yellow line?
yeah.
It wants to change left.
That's funny. As the car gets closer to it, it turns white.
Yeah, like it doesn't know. Yeah, like it doesn't know. See? Look at all the objects. Did you see the objects disappear and reappear?
Yeah.
I'm canceling the lane change.
This has to be confusing to that driver.
It really is, because it keeps like turning.
And now we're swerving toward it.
See? That's what's happening. Do you see that? It
Yes.
keeps detecting it as a yellow line. So, yeah, I'm going to intervene on this because see what's happening? It keeps toggling yellow and trying to make me turn from this lane over.
It's still working. It's good.
So it seems like the lane. That's interesting.
Yeah,
The
this is
lane-
crazy.
The lane keeping and object avoidance is good, for the most part. But the decision making in terms of like how to get where you need to go is a little bit iffy.
These cars. I look crazy.
That person has a sticker, "How am I driving?" You should put that on the
Yeah,
back of your car.
how am I driving?
Put your YouTube
But
channel.
I'm going to get Tesla's phone number, not mine. Let Tesla know, not Brandon. So maybe what we can do is because I think the timestamps all will combine in Final Cut Pro, we can just cut that and keep the front view, and
Yeah.
then when it comes back, we'll just overlay it.
It doesn't seem confident in some of these situations.
You think?
I guess that pathing is really your only sense of how confident it is.
Yeah.
because it's like going that way, it's going that way.
Did you notice how like it flickered orange?
Yeah.
Like it was going to try to go around this car, and that's why we're positioned so far to the left here.
There's such a big space.
Yeah. And now I think it could have been timing of when I turned it on and the detection of the car, maybe, but
It's still moving now.
yeah.
So you may still pass him.
Yeah. Like I have to pay a lot of attention because the cars are turning left here. And yeah, did you
I was
see
gonna go
how
too wide.
Right, and that's the lane that the cars go into. So, you know, people keep wondering why I'm like intervening. Oh, just let the car drive. Yeah, no. You're not going to let it drive into cars, you know what I mean?
I think I remember the spot. Yeah, it doesn't always choose the right lane.
Right.
Or the correct lane.
Look at them all looking over. Sorry.
I think it sounds like maybe right now what it's just trying to do is get to the destination accurately. It's not necessarily worried about what other drivers think.
That's
Versus
what it is doing.
Human drivers do care about, like, I don't want to make this driver mad by cutting them off or something.
Yeah, no, it doesn't care. It's just there's no emotion or logic built into the fact that caring about what the other car's doing. It's just trying to say, oh, I need to be in this lane. Oh, I need to make a right turn or a left turn. Wow, what's it going to handle that? The truck's facing backwards. See the color flashing?
That's the same color when that van was going this way. It was
Yeah,
yellow.
yeah. It's detecting it as a car coming at us. It's close. Oh,
Are we parked?
man.
Auto park.
Okay, that's going to require an intervention for sure.
That's kind of weird though too, because it made ones that were a lot harder than that turn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was an easy turn.
It's so inconsistent to me. That's why it's just the software, you know, it's just inconsistent.
That situation for some reason confuses it.
Mm-hmm. And it's always different.
This is pretty good.
But it's centering between edge and line. And see, there's parked cars here, so then it moves over to center between parked cars and center line.
And not to be too dramatic, but once that car turned, it was kind of like moving into hyperspace.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you
This
get-
one, I usually intervene almost every single time right here, and I usually just don't show this because it's so rough.
Well, it's a plastic barrier, so it's not too bad.
Well, and then there's a lot of bikes and pedestrians here, and it's almost run up on this before. Stop. See how it did that? How it went to go out, and that bicycle even reacted to us. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's slowing down out here. Oh my gosh.
That's one of those where it's checking if it's safe, so it's just going to stop
Yeah,
in the middle
stop
of the
in the
lane
middle of the road.
and make it safe.
Yeah, and it just struggles really bad in areas that aren't well marked. You know, because like a lot of the videos I'm watching, they're very, very beautiful neighborhoods. Everything's so cleanly marked. See, I wouldn't be accelerating so fast around this curve. Do you feel that?
It wanted to scare that car.
Yeah.
It wanted to scare that car.
Yeah. Let's just drive full speed.
People will do that when they want to scare the person turning.
True. Or scare the driver. What's happening? Yeah, we need to turn the settings down. I think it's killing the camera because I haven't had overheating issues.
So maybe